Hi again, this is Doug Williams with Viva Las Vegas Autos and A Car's Life. I'd like to present to you this incredible 55,700 mile 1980 Chevrolet Silverado crew cab K30 with a 4-speed that is in absolutely immaculate condition for that year, and 55,000 miles, let's say. But I'll tell you, it's really a special vehicle. We bought this as part of a 14 truck package from a seller who had cancer, and we got a lot of nice vehicles, but this one and a few others, two that we've already sold, are just absolutely stunning vehicles. This vehicle was extremely stock when we got it. We did do a few things to it. We put a 2-inch lift kit on it, the 16-inch deep dish, 10-inch wheels on it, steel wheels, had them powder coated white, and then put the vintage style tires on it as well. Those are brand new. And as you see in the pictures, this truck is just spectacular top to bottom. Another really incredible thing that we did with this truck, that was one of our first trucks to do this with, is we invited a local dry ice blasting company out, and we dry iced the bottom of this truck. And that's something that you'll really want to see. We spent an enormous amount of money having the whole bottom side of this truck blasted with dry ice, and the finish work that turned out is as if it rolled out of the factory yesterday underneath there. There was no paint work done underneath the vehicle, and when you see the floors in the original factory gray, the frame in its original factory black, it's just amazing how absolutely beautiful underneath this truck is. Absolutely no rust anywhere, and for the most part that's all original paint on that truck as well. We did do a repair on the tailgate where it looked like somebody had spotted in some paint on the upper passenger side of the tailgate, and we thought, you know what, it needs to look perfect, so we actually reshot the back of the tailgate, just the brown upper portion, and it looks beautiful now. It's just stunning condition. When we walk up closely to the vehicle, you'll see a couple rock chips that have been touched up over the years, some minor scuffs and bruises and stuff like that, but no dents really to speak of. There's small one door ding in the driver's side fender you'll see up close, but aside from that, there's no metal replacement on this vehicle. And again, as we walk around this truck, you're going to see some spectacular finish work that we've done, and just a truck that doesn't exist anywhere. These things are always modified extremely. This truck is, for all intents and purposes, probably one of the finest in the country right now. And so we're excited about it, and when you see it up close, you'll see what we're talking about. So let's take a close-up view of walking around it right now and show you up front how this thing looks. When you get up, you can see the bumpers in spectacular condition. The bright work on the grille, absolutely beautiful. It's original. You know, when you look at the emblem, you can see where maybe some slight pebbles had hit it over the time. You can see up on the hood where there's a few chips, but again, that's all original paint. Some of the areas on the paint is thinning. When you look at it right there, you can see a little bit of thinning, small scuff or scratch there. Again, most of these have been touched up, but overall, a stunning vehicle. Original windshield. The paint on the roof is beautiful. All the trim is factory original, what you expect to see in a 55,000 mile car. The wheels turned out beautiful, having those powder coated in the deep dish and giving it just enough lift where it looks a little nicer than stock and sits up and has a beautiful stance. We'll show you under the hood in a little bit, but when you see under the hood, it's absolutely beautiful as well. Underneath the vehicle, see the condition of the frame. And like I said, we dry iced underneath the wheel wells, and they turned out absolutely beautiful. You'll see the paint here is really truly in spectacular condition. I think up on the hood there's a little bit of thinning right there on the hood, but that's about the extent of the issues, if you want to call them issues. It had running boards on it when we got it, nasty looking aluminum ones, so we took those off. That's where those drill holes come in. But when you look up close on this thing, there's no bubbles of rust or anything. This car was extremely well cared for. The 3+3 cab, no tint on it. Probably at one point had a shell on it because there's some drill holes in the top of the bed rails. But all the bright work is absolutely gorgeous. Window trim rubber is immaculate. The rubber seals and the glass, beautiful. All the felt, absolutely gorgeous. See inside the 2 tanks on this thing. It's in excellent shape. But the dry icing was an incredible experience for us, and we plan to actually buy the equipment to do dry icing because of the results that we achieved here. But when you look at the frame there, that's how that turns out, and even the rivets there that you can see that are almost like a brass look, just stunning. You'll see some areas where the dry ice couldn't get, like on top of the gas tank there, where the sprayer for the dry ice couldn't get to. But underneath, the whole entire floors are absolutely beautiful. Original style hubcaps. Tail lights are beautiful, even with the original connectors. Star screws in them. The rear bumper is absolutely beautiful. The rear tailgate panel, stunning condition. We actually removed the Chevrolet there and refinished that back to original. The black was fading out, so we polished that out and had it redone. It was in this area here where it looked like they'd maybe bumped it and then resprayed it, but it was in the wrong color and it just didn't look right. So we redid the back of the tailgate there. Has the hitch and electronics that work. On the back tailgate here, this was the only scratch in the bright work there. But just absolutely beautiful. Again, you can look underneath there. It's how the wheel wells turned out with dry ice finishing. And the frame is gorgeous. And that's not repainted either, just so you know. That is what was underneath, a light coating of undercoat that was on this vehicle originally. On the undercarriage back here, that's like rubber from the factory that was painted over. That is not rust there at all. It had a rubbery condition to it. Whether you go low or high on this truck, you're just going to see exceptional condition. No rust in the quarters, no rust in the cab corners. Again, a few chips that have been touched up here and there, very minor, especially for all original paint. The mirrors are in beautiful condition. When you look at the bed, it's all original paint in there as well. You see just how pretty it is. But for a vehicle that is 44 years old, I can't imagine anything out there that has been not kept in a museum that's better than this. Absolutely stunning condition. The top there. Paint's not thin up there at all either. But it is absolutely beautiful. And that beauty, literally, you'll see underneath. You see the pictures, but it's also inside the vehicle. This is the Silverado package. The doors are in immaculate condition. You'll see in the pictures that there's no rust underneath. The filigree trim, absolutely beautiful and not faded. The carpet is absolutely gorgeous everywhere you look. The seats are in exceptional condition. Behind the seat there's a tray and two little speakers. This thing had a Motorola CB radio in it. We took that out and put in a aftermarket radio. And the sound goes through those speakers in the back, so it's not great sound, but it does have a radio. We figured people will probably put in their own, but we wanted to fill the hole with proper looking radio. Again, you can see how beautiful these doors are. Finish work, obviously garage kept. All the tags are where they're supposed to be. Again, the carpet in exceptional condition. Even the GM floor mats are in exceptional condition. When you see the condition of the carpet below that, it's beautiful. When you look at the miles, original clutch pad, brake pad, and the accelerator pad, all with what looks like 55,000 miles of wear. See that there, 55,766 miles. Everything works in the vehicle. The headliner is in beautiful condition, unmarred. Lights all work. Interior lights all work. Everything on this truck works, including the air conditioning that we also charged. We did replace the dash. It had two hairline cracks in it, and we weren't satisfied with that. So we sought out to find a 1980 or 79 or 80 dash. It's not easy to do, and it's expensive, but we decided to replace it. We still have the original dash, but two cracks in it, that just wouldn't have made this truck look great, so we decided to change that. Of course, it is a 4-speed with 4-wheel drive, dual tanks, and ice-cold air conditioning. That's still R12, and we have an R12 recovery machine, so we actually charged this and refinished that. Just a note on the seat. When you look at the seat, look at the sides. Just lacking in any damage anywhere. All the rubber on the doors is soft and supple. Beautiful shape. Let's look under the hood. We did decide to replace the under hood insulation. I do have pictures of the old insulation so you can see that. But we just thought that looked so much better. Everything else again we did dry ice cleaning in the engine bay here. And it turned out absolutely beautiful. We left the whole engine bay as it was, other than dry ice cleaning. See, no rust anywhere. Original jack components, even all the original connectors and hose clamps from the factory still on this vehicle. Hoses are all supple. And again, this car, I did the photo shoot the other day, about 500 photos, turning the truck this way and that way for different lighting. And during the 2-hour shoot, it was about 110 degrees out here in Boulder City. And I left the truck running the whole time with the air conditioning going on inside so I could jump in every once in a while and cool off. Never heated over midway, which is where it should be. Notice even in here, it still has supple foam. This is stuff you wouldn't see in a restored vehicle most of the time. Again, close-ups of the grille, excellent. And like I said, I can't wait for you to be able to see the undercarriage pictures, because that really tells an incredible story. I think I'll drop underneath. It's tall enough where you might be able to see with the camera here some of the look underneath. That is unpainted. It's original finish, frame and all, and absolutely beautiful everywhere you look. The first vehicle we did was a crew cab 1976 with 43,000 miles. Spent about $4,000 with dry ice on it, and it had the kind of a reddish finish, and when we cleared off the undercoat on this vehicle, it had kind of a gray finish. But both these trucks are stunning trucks, and this one, being a 4x4 4-speed, is just unheard of to see it in this kind of condition. So let's take her for a spin and show you how she drives, because she drives like a 55,000 mile truck that's been extremely well cared for. Another neat thing about this truck is that it has all of its original paperwork. We even have the build sheet, which is pretty incredible. Original ownership documents. They'll be photographed. Must have had an 8-track at one time. Of course, it's got the SPID tag in the glove box. We did buy our 134 connectors, but never used them, because we found that we could charge it up with our R12 machine. Doesn't look like it's ever been smoked in either. But just everywhere you look, it's spectacular. Starts right up every time. All your gauges work. All your lights work in and out. And thank goodness the air conditioning blows ice cold, because it's hot out here. Wipers all work. Front windshield appears to be original. I don't think it's ever been changed out. All the glass is beautiful. And she runs beautifully and sounds great outside too. And the tanks work, both sides work. Switch that over. Switch it back. Just an absolutely stunning vehicle. Horn works, tilt works. Just stunning, stunning vehicle. Okay, I'm going to mount the camera and we'll go for a spin. Before I mount the camera, just let you listen to the engine. Dual exhaust. Let me get the camera mounted and we'll go for a fun little spin down the road on this thing. All right, we're camera ready. Put my seat belt on. 3 seat belts up front, 3 seat belts in the back. Brake release. We're off and running. With ice cold air, thank goodness. Hit 110 today. I'm really glad that we've got cold air conditioning. Transmission shifts absolutely perfectly in all gears. Got the 5.7 liter 350 original engine, original transmission. Everything's mechanically all original on the vehicle. Brakes work perfectly. Like I said, never overheats. Oil pressure and everything's all perfect. Has a great ride. When we prep our vehicles for bring a trailer, we really take into consideration that we want our buyer and winning bidder to be exceptionally happy, not just okay happy, but exceptionally happy, and know that they've gotten more than what they paid for, probably in most cases, but just every little thing has been addressed that we could find. We don't like to miss an inch. And although this truck was exceptionally clean and nice when we got it, we took care of a lot of little things that really just brought it to the top level of what you'd expect if you wanted the very best. And that's what we're looking to achieve, is the nicest 1980 K30, or for that matter, square body K30 that's probably ever hit the market. I review Bring a Trailer all the time. I review Barrett Jackson and Mecum auctions, and there is not another K30 4x4 4-speed that's as original and spectacular as this one. Not seen another single one sold anywhere in this kind of condition. So again, we wanted it to be the very best that could be found out there anywhere. I always love to respond to people on Bring a Trailer and hope to have positive comments and excitement. So any questions, feel free to ask. If I haven't taken a picture of it out of the 500 plus pictures I took, I'm sure I can get it for you. So we'll look forward to hearing from you, and look forward to your bids as well. Excited to hear from you and the winning bidder.